Coalition Party leader, Mr. Theo Heiliger, spoke out last week to address housing needs of the people. It's not only we as co-coordinators of the Consumers Coalition in various press conferences have drawn publicly the attention of the Council of Ministers to address the housing situation of the poor and the needy. Last week and this week, some political leaders also publicly made some statements for the Council of Ministers and the parliamentarians to consider the need for resolving the housing situation for the poor and the needy. In a handwritten statement, Mr. Theo Heiliger, the coalition party leader of the United Democrats, was quoted in a local newspaper to have written that the country's budget should be a reflection and a collection of the present needs of the people. It should be sensitive to the conditions of the people. As such, buying new cars for ministers, among other things, is just insensitive to the reality of what this island is going through. First, fix the people's homes and create jobs for a sustainable country. No politician got up on any stage and promised to buy themselves new cars when elected. How does the budget reflect the governing program? Prepare a budget that moves our people forward. These quotes we got from the leader of the coalition party, the United Democrats. We can fully agree with Mr. Theo Heiliger that after natural disasters, budgets should reflect policies and monies available for rebuilding, which amount now of the more than 2.7 billion US dollars needed, according to the National Recovery and Resilience Program, has been budgeted. Buying land to build affordable hurricane-resistant homes and schools, we do hope, though, that we as taxpayers don't have to pay the extremely high prices as for the forced land deal. How much has been budgeted to buy land for social housing? Mr. Heiliger suggests to make the same development agreement with the General Pension Fund, APS, to build on is a perfect example, he says, of encouraging our people to own their own home. Has the 500 homes his political party campaigned with been included in the budget? How many homes of the more than 13 to 15,000 housing units to be built back better and stronger, according to the National Recovery and Resilience Plan roadmap for development, have been budgeted for the poor and the needy with an income of less than 4,000 guilders per household? We fully agree that to build infrastructure to withstand natural disasters, that should also be in the budget. We wonder, though, what kind of infrastructure he is referring to. Is it something like the Delta Works in the Netherlands that protected the whole coastal area? We are very much in favor of this proposal to put policies to increase the allowable tax deduction on maintenance of one's home to be reflected in the budget. This can go a long way, he said, in repairing our homes to withstand hurricanes and to increase the allowable tax deductions on insurance as insurance premiums have gone up. When Mr. Heiliger was formateur of this government, we as Anti-Poverty Platform have presented him with our development proposals based on the Declaration for the Eradication of Poverty that we have provided all the political parties before they went into the election campaign. The governing accord and the governing program of the United Democrats and the St. Martin Christian Party as United Christian Democrat Coalition did not reflect the needs of the people. Their right to development includes the realization of all their economic, social, and cultural rights on an equal footing in the Kingdom of the Netherlands.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Well, as I mentioned yesterday, we have a deficit of 67 million that in recalculation based on conditions from the or advised by the CFT to the Kingdom Council that resulted in some conditions that will put our deficit at approximately 71 million guilders. But if you look at the progress that we are making in the recovery of our economy, we are doing okay. It goes slowly but steadily. If you look outside, you tend to get the feeling that things are a-okay, but it's not. We're still in a crisis situation. And it is therefore that the Ministry of Finance drafted several plans to make sure that country St. Martin's financial position, financial household, is being on an acceptable level within 3 to 4 years. So as a Minister of Finance, I'm very positive on that outlook, provided, of course, that in essence, and that goes for the whole government. And I want to make this point very clear. To make progress as a country, and whether we are moving fast or slow, we are moving forward. We are moving ahead. But time and space, stability to be able to execute is also of the utmost essence to do so. So we are working at a fast pace at each ministry to make sure that we can work out the plans as fast as possible. But from a financial point of view, if I'm able to execute the vision plans for a healthier financial position of St. Martin, I'm very stamped about that. Kind of give kudos to the people of St. Martin, the business community, but also the government apparatus that somehow find a way to move slowly again, but steadily towards a healthier finance of the country. Thank you.
Ma. How you doing? You busy?
I hear, just paying some bills, taking care of business, you know what it is?
I know, you're doing your online banking.
I don't have to stand in those long lines to pay bills. I can transfer when I want. I can check my account wherever. It's like the bank open 24/7. I even here checking the statement right now as we're talking. How's Miami?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I'm finishing up a few songs now, but I'm afraid that studio time might be more than I thought. And I was wondering if I could get some help with some funds, and I could pay you back as soon as I get back to St. Martin.
Let me check my account. How much you need?
I think 500 should be enough.
I can transfer it to you while online. Direct from me to you. No problem.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. I'll get online with Bib now.
Alright, darling. You know who you're for?
I need to know who you're for.
Contact WIB today for your complete personal online banking experience. Available for all mobile devices, the Windward Islands Bank, now your online banking partner in progress.
Who you for?
To call forward Chief Inspector George York, who we will be honoring today, as soon he will be leaving the police force to continue his pension. He'll be going on pension, so I'd like to call him forward. Mr. Minister, would you please come forward to present him this plaque? Ladies and gentlemen, this beautiful plaque says, in recognition of Chief Inspector of Police George H. York, on behalf of the St. Martin Police Force, we thank you for your many years of dedicated service for the communities of the Netherlands Antilles and country St. Martin. Your contribution to the safety and the security of our communities will always be remembered and definitely not go unnoticed. From December 1975 to June 2019. St. Martin, May 15, 2019.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Almighty Lord for giving me those amount of healthy years to do my job and perform it in an honest way. I began my journey in 1975 at the tender age of 18 years old. Went to Curacao, can't speak a word of Papiamento, in a strange place, no family, nothing. But I had the will to pursue a career that I love. I worked there for 5 years, including the years at the academy. In 1980, I came to St. Martin. Worked here for about 6 months, went to Sabre, worked for a year, came back to St. Martin, worked about 2 years, went back to Sabre, worked for 8 consecutive years until 1992, came back to St. Martin and worked here ever since. I worked in several departments. I also worked on many islands of the Netherlands Antilles, then Netherlands Antilles. Had to deal with a lot of that's when I went to work at internal affairs. Had to travel a lot, mainly to Sabre and Statia, also to work with the population over there because of the being in the integrity, have to do investigations, etc. So I ended up working with the Plácido Hoofd from Politie, which was then the governor's the lieutenant governors from Sable and Statia, and the police officers from there. From 1998 till the year 2000, I worked as chief immigration officer at the Juliana Airport until they restructured in 2000, and I came back up here to work at the internal affairs department along with the late Churchill Masden. Ever since then, I've been working at that department. It's not easy, and I know me and the chiefs at many times both here. Me and Mr. Carl John didn't agree with everything, but at the end of the day, we came to an agreeable solution to whatever it is. I would like to thank Mr. Carl John also for, let's say, how would I say it again? For sticking with me, although we didn't agree, like I said. I have a lot of respect for Mr. John, mutual respect we have for each other. I would like to say to the graduating class, congratulations. Your journey has now begun. Actually, it began already because you all were working, you all are working already. But I was given advice, if you're going to do your job, do it fair and do not misuse your power in any way. For the amount of years that I've worked as a police officer, I can say I can probably walk with my head straight and don't have to at one moment look behind my back to wonder if someone's going to attack me or someone's going to do anything to me, because I did my job correct, the best of my ability, and with integrity. All that I've achieved, that I have in life up to this moment, I've gotten it because of my work at the police force. Corps Politie Nederlands Antillen, and now Corps Politie St. Maarten. I've worked, like I said, in different islands, which was very, a lot of knowledge you get to know by working with the different cultures. I would like to again say thank you to all my colleagues who were there for me in one way or the other. I came to work every day with a smile on my face. No one can ever see George mad. Whatever problem I might have of etc. never trickled over into my job. I came with a smile on my face. I left with a smile on my face. I will be leaving the force at the end of June when I'll be 62 years of age. God spare my life. And I'm still there for any one of my colleagues that need any advice. You can pick up the phone and call. My number is not private, so anyone inside here has my number. And I will be willing to help.
One,
2,
3,
4. This is how common it is to develop a mental illness. 1 out of every 4.
4,
4.
4. But there is hope. Today, most mental illnesses can be managed and treated. Visit your general doctor if you feel concerned about your thoughts and behaviors or have some difficulty dealing with some of life's issues.
If you have been diagnosed and are suffering from a mental illness, keep in mind these 4 points to help you manage your mental health.
1. Get regular checkups with your general doctor.
2. Stay on your treatment plan to prevent relapses.
3. Find a strong support group in your family and friends.
And 4, never be afraid to ask for help and look out for the warning signs of your illness.
Remember, you are not alone. We are as close as one.
2,
3,
4.
Learn about mental health illness by going to the Mental Health Foundation's website at www.mhf-sxm.com.
The staff of Rummy and Steel Crushers BV has transported approximately 3,023 metric tons of crushed car wrecks and other metals, which is approximately 1,500 to 1,800 cars. And it took approximately 3 days to load the wreckage to the ship. The ship departed yesterday on May 14th and will return in the coming months for another round of removal in our ongoing efforts to clear the roads of unsightly and unsafe car wrecks and other metals that is intended for recycling. This is the second time in our country's history that metals have been exported for recycling, and this is exactly 1 year after the first export. Moving on, in a successful showing of public-private partnership, Vrummy alongside St. Martin Concrete opened the new road for Organ Pipe Cactus Drive off of the Arch Road. This is one of the first projects I approved when I was sworn in as minister, but it is especially important to me as it shows how clear and focused collaboration between private and public sector can yield positive results. Vrummy has similar initiatives planned for other critical road infrastructure in specific areas and will announce these plans as they continue to take shape. Next, I'd like to hit on the Dutch Quarter sewage system upgrade. Works on the pump station of the 10th EDF sewerage system upgrade project has been progressing as planned. On May 9th, 2019, concrete was poured to form the upper part of the outer walls, and the formworks are presently being removed. Rebar installations for the deck of the pumping station will commence next week, as per the contractor's update. Work will continue in the coming weeks with the following planned activities. 1, the installation of partial home connections on the main road. 2, the placement of several pit covers for safety and ease of access for future works. And 3, installation of a small section of sidewalks at the one-hole lane. At present, a revised planning is being prepared by general contractor Van Boekel, and once this is received, Vrummy will communicate the revised delivery date of